What is up, you little weirdos? Welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream. We are joined by a special guest today. Sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong. I don't know, but it looks like he pulled a big W on the last Pepe 2 call. What's up, baby? How you doing, bro?
Living that dream, man. How's Virginia? How you been, man?
Virginia's good. I like the East Coast. Cheaper to exist here, just cheaper to be alive.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
Where are you located again?
I'm right outside of Chicago, right across the border in a little town called Munster, Indiana.
Okay.
It is one of those places like the whitest city you know. We're in this little place, which not even a city. I think they still call it a town or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just one of them little ass places. And then I got a 5-minute drive, 15-minute drive, and I'm downtown Chicago. So it's pretty awesome.
Nice, man. I've heard not a lot of good things about Chicago, but the media makes things way worse than they usually are. Guys, and if you're watching us on Twitter, links to Bleeves' Twitter is in the description box and on YouTube. It's also in the description box. Give Bleeves a follow. Yeah, dude. I love the East Coast, dude. It's so chill here. The weather sucks. Let's be honest. The weather's ass, but
fucking garbage.
Yeah. I mean, but Southern California is kind of what beats Southern California?
I lived in Florida for 5 years, and I absolutely loved it because I lived in Boca, so it was just always awesome. And then in West Palm Beach for a little while, but it was always super, super humid. You never got that really dry sort of nice weather. It was always just you walk out and everything just sticks to you.
Yeah, fucking gross, man. And there's the bugs here, man. Jesus.
Flying cockroaches in Florida.
God damn.
Awesome. It is awesome.
Yeah, I was taking out my trash the other day, and I saw a bunch of ants around my trash. I'm like, what the fuck is up with these super ants? So there's some yoked up ants, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's just a different world over here. It really is. It's a different world. Oh my God, Classy Crypto in the house.
Hey, yeah, I've been talking to Classy a lot. I'm gonna get on the Gala Games hype and play some games, kick his ass in spider tanks, even though I think he's undefeated or some shit, which is not surprised.
I'm just glad to see him unretired.
Yeah, what the fuck, Classy?
Get your ass retires at 22 years old. What kind of horse shit is that? But I can talk to him like that because we're brothers. I mean, we have the same last name.
What, really?
Yeah.
Oh, little crypto. Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. I guess that's my middle name then, My Crypto Journey. No, but Classy's been doing the Gala Games thing. His Gala Games pay. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's good editing, bro. That shit's fucking top tier.
I got I watch all the time. I just never give him props.
Yeah, I'll be watching this shit. I'll be creeping over there, just scheming, trying to get good at spider tank so I can take his perfect record from him.
Right.
What's up, Classy? I'm ready for you, Classy. All right, so let's talk about. But first, I want to talk about your opinion on Volt Inu because the Volt Inu is an interesting situation. Obviously, it's actually been pretty good in volume, but we know volume can be for better or for worse, and it looks like it's been dumping a lot. So talk about Volt, man. I mean, it's crazy because what we saw with the meme coin run is that nobody was coming into crypto. Everyone was just selling their other memes for new memes, you know?
So my opinion was very simple. It was that this was a mistake to do, removing the tax. However, I don't like the tax to begin with because I don't think that that's really fair to people. So I was completely conflicted about it, but I didn't want to see it changed because I know what's going to happen. People who are holding on want to, they really, people are looking to sell. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, I'm going to be vaulted forever, but they're not. It doesn't work that way. We have too many people who are degens in this community. And look, it's fine. There's going to be plenty of people who are going to hold long term. But sometimes we say that and we don't really mean it. We're just looking to the next pump, right? For me, I'm going to sit on my Volt for probably a long ass time. I'm not touching it until the bull run because I don't have to.
You don't have to. That's the thing.
Because I don't have to, right? Yeah. But there are a lot of people who could say the same thing to me right now, and then a month from now get completely wrecked, and they need that money. So I understand why people go through those things. So I still think nothing has fundamentally changed about what Voltoshi's doing. Nothing has fundamentally changed about the way he's designing and building his ecosystem. I don't think that I think there are some toxic people, but everywhere has toxic people. It's just whether you pay attention to them or not, right?
Yeah.
And I don't pay attention to them. I don't pay attention to any of it. So
Yeah.
I continue to sit here, and I'm not going to make a decision. Like, dude, I'm not holding Saitama, but I support Saitama. I hope that they have a nice
classy
run and all
crypto.
that kind of stuff.
Look at all of us, man. Look at us. Where's
There
my
it is.
clown makeup on? You know,
I am too. I'm holding a bunch of worthless shit coins.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but the thing about Volt is that like the main people are like asses, and that's unfortunate because Voltoshi and like is a cool dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like the utility is great. It's just that you have the people that lead the community or are known as the community leaders looking like straight asses. Sometimes, especially when Pepe started to run, it was kind of crazy seeing those guys like attack Pepe, and it turns out it's like the second most popular meme coin right now.
They were making his job very, very difficult because here he is. In fact, if you don't have a Volti card, you can use your Pepe on Volti card. So he's out here making plays, making moves to support you, the community. And then you've got people in the community who are, having frog wars or, whatever it is. And they can have their opinion. People cannot like stuff if they don't like stuff. Again, I don't judge. I'm too busy being right to judge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into that. So that's an interesting take on Volt. It's crazy because it's like you don't know what people are going to pick, and so far people are not picking Volt right now. So we'll see what happens leading into better market conditions. But let's talk about Pepe 2 because you did take a pretty big W on Pepe 2. You called the which dude. They're dropping 50% in the day. That's like when XRP just won the lawsuit. That's insane, right? And it called for a lot of concern. But what did you see on it? I don't know if you have your screen share, if you want to share your screen, but I'll pull the price right here.
Yeah. So I'll pull up my chart here, and you can see it. What's ridiculous is I labeled it all just so everybody knew exactly what was getting ready to happen. Let's close that out and move this to. There we go.
What's up, Super D'Angelo, Dimas Geek, Dylan? What's up, baby? Nice hash. Escobeya, what's up, baby? Philip, what's up? All
right, there we go.
Boom.
Okay, so guys,
goddamn, you fucking get a fucking Android phone? What you streaming? What you streaming off of, bro? Oh, never mind. There it goes. It's better now.
So here's what happened. What I did was I looked at this chart, and at first I don't know anybody in Pepe 2 to begin with, other than I see your pops on it, so I know what's going down, right?
Yeah, got him.
Got him. Again, you don't know me, your pop. Tell me again, you don't know me. You're gonna know me now.
Oh, he said that.
No, you said that one day when I came into your show. He was like, "Oh, he doesn't even know who you are." So,
okay, I think he.
I'm just kidding. It didn't matter to me, but I didn't see him until after the fact. But here's what happened. I had people who were asking me about what I thought of Pepe 2. And I looked at this chart, and dude, this chart mirrored Mong. It mirrored RFD, not completely, but enough that I could see the writing on the wall. It mirrored Bob. It mirrored all these different ones. Now, the other part to that was I knew Pepe had strength, and I knew that there would be a strong bounce, but there has to be a level, right? Has to be a level in a place where it's going to go. Well, where's it going to go? It's going to go to this spot right here. So if you ever go back and look at these old tokens, and it's very simple, they come down and they consolidate right at the wick, right at this. The first big thing right there, that wick is going to be a spot where it comes down to when there's no pre-sale. Remember that it does require that there's no pre-sale, that it's zero tax, that there's just a, it's just, so it's an easy spot to pick, right? It's going to be, and by the way, you can't pick the exact dollar, but you can pick the range, right? So I said, it's going to be right here, like guys, this is about to happen. And I told everybody, and now the thing about it was I was in over here talking about it at about 50 million market cap, saying, look, I think this thing's going to run to 100 million market cap. And what you got to do is take your money. And what I recommended to everybody to do, take your money at 90 million. Don't wait for 100 million because there'll be some push, there'll be some shove. But when you get to 100 million, you're going to watch a massive dump, and you may not even be able to liquidate yourself at 90 million. Take your money out, wait for the dip, and then decide if you like the project. And if you like the project, then buy back in. But I didn't say where you were going to go at that point. I just said that's what you should do. Then somebody asked me, like, what's going to happen? Where's it going to go? So then I said, well, it's going to go down to this wick right here. And as you can see, I like to use the array instead of the line, but I was pressed for time. So I was like, you know what? Let's just drop a line right here. I'm telling you guys, it's going to hit right here. And then that's what you should be worried about right now. It'll rally, it'll fight, it'll have little pumps, it'll have little dumps. But this is what's getting ready to happen. So then I realized that not everybody was going to see this. So I posted it on Twitter. Well, once I posted it on Twitter, it was like setting off the ding dong alarm to a bunch of low rent posers, right? That just think they know everything. So here's what happens. I said this. I said, if you listened, then this is not for you. If you didn't, consider this a warning shot. Now, the reason that I said that is, do you remember that? Consider this a warning shot, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was listening to that song while I was doing that. So I said, let's consider this a warning shot to let you know it's time to get out because this is not going to end well. So I post that.
You fucking futter. You futter.
Right,
you fuddy my bags.
And then Cuff and the Dip comes in. And even Shaka Crypto. I mean, dude, crypto guys are coming in telling me like, dude, are you sure?
Shaka the God?
Like, I'm fucking sure this. Like, I am 100% sure this is what's getting ready to happen, right?
Shaka. Okay.
And then this guy, he had actually, Manu had actually done exactly what I said. And then JL comes in, blah, blah, blah. Chrissy is mad at me because she's a Pepe Maxi, and we're in Lunk together and stuff like that. So she's like, she's like, mad at me. KO is like, I'm doing it what you say, man. And then we have then you have that fucking donkey that comes in, high functioning retard.eth. Jimmy.
Well, his retard's in the name, so
Yeah. He says, I love the constant validation of the support you drew based on breakout momentum only. While I appreciate your TA effort, you are representing a minuscule amount of data. And I looked at this guy's chart. Look at this chart. This is the biggest laughing stock I've ever fucking seen, right?
Yeah.
Like you go
see my charts, bro.
You go look at somebody who actually does technical analysis. They don't need all this shit.
No,
this is stupid, right? However, I understood. Here's the worst part, right? I understood every fucking line that he's drawn all over this thing, right? But when I looked at it, I disagreed with it because he made a lot of sense. Here, the best part about it was he was making a lot of sense. Like he was finding a range, he was finding a spot, but he was ignoring the simple fact that it's Pepe 2, it's not Pepe, right?
Yeah.
He's biased. I'm not biased. I'm objective about this because
same. Yeah.
I already know what's going to happen. I've seen it happen. We've been watching this shit forever, right? So then I reply to him. Oh, God damn it. I reply, turn this shit off and just try to be funny and enjoy this, right? Don't take it so serious. Right here. So I reply to him like, turn all that shit off and be funny versus give trend line. Every one of these pump and dumps shows the same trend line. We're just convincing ourselves all the money is just coming back. This is not Pepe. It's about to wreck. So then he says right here, tits out for Grimace, says cope.
Yeah, cope.
And all this, now there's people arguing. And then Goo God, which is one of these guys, says blow off top incoming once more.
I think Bleeves is stuck on the blockchain over there.
He's getting paid to shill last bull run. Let's not take him serious. So then it starts dumping. So then I just start posting this Jeremy Renner thing right here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
A couple people are like, thanks for staying honest. And then some people are like, you're just fucking hating. And then if you keep going, you're going to find like FUD. And like I can go to the next comments and you're going to see like FUD and all this kind of shit all the way up and down the line. But you have Goo God, want to bet your TA is off, brother. And I'm like, oh, I will absolutely. So I'm taking screenshots of all this shit, right? Screenshotted, see you in a week, right? This motherfucker here who now blocked me because he hates the fact that I was right. Oof, I don't know, brother. You say you're always right, but I don't think so this time. This won't be the case. And then this guy says mad hate because he missing the bus. All good. Can't wait to see how this tweet ages. So
Got
I
him.
said on July 7, yeah, that's it. Well,
Yeah.
I made fucking receipts for all of these little fucking babies, right?
Yeah.
So it was time to cash in today. So I
Wait,
went
real quick, I
back.
think we have high functioning retard in the chat. He's getting salty. He's getting salty over here.
Oh,
He's
fuck
just-
that guy. He didn't get salty. Like
That's not
gives
what
a
I
shit
said.
what he thinks. Jesus Christ. Hey, do some technical analysis on this and
Oh,
tell me
God, is
what you
that?
think at the end of it.
God.
I bet you're going to get it wrong. So anyway,
Oh my God.
over the course of the next couple of days, and I'm going to scroll down here and I'll show you because dildo's in the house. That I started saying, and I started going on my lives, and I'm like, listen, guys, with this Pepe 2 thing, this thing is going to come down here. When it comes down here, the other part of this is if you go look at all of these other ones, they have strong rebounds. So there's 3 levels that you should be paying attention to. It's going to come down here. Once it comes down here, this is your buy zone, and it's going to double right away.
Yeah.
Right. And that's exactly what it does. So, and then, I mean, let me clear my throat and zoom in, biatch, because
clear that
it
throat.
literally wicks onto my level and does exactly what I say it's going to do. Then it does a trend reversal, and now it's headed back up. And now we're going to find out whether or not they have the strength or not, because then the next play is this 9,000 range. And if it goes up into this 9,000 range, it's going to wick out and it's going to come back down, and it's going to use 78 as support. If it doesn't do that, then we're dead and we're done, right? But this is the spot here where you make your money, right? And if for any reason it comes back up here and it uses 9 as support one time, it might stall just a little bit between 1,000 and 1,100, but the logical move for it next is going to be 1,284. Yeah. So I called it out. I laid it out. I've been doing it on my channel for the last week, but these guys, these guys, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right?
Well, so, you can't argue with maxes. You just can't.
Right. So then I go in and I make another thread because I'm so fucking funny and I can't help myself. So here we go. So here I am telling you, you're about to be right here. And then I'm like, all right, so now you're going to hit the reversal and you're probably going to hit this line and you're going to set, like, this is me hours before this shit actually happened, telling you that it's getting ready to happen. And on my lives, I'm telling you that it was going to happen. And then down here,
real quick,
that's my stable, by the way.
Real quick, this guy says, hold on, this guy's guys, this is, why would you think this is a paid promotion for Bleeves to be on my channel? We text and talk on the phone. We're not like mortal enemies, you fucking weirdos. You guys know my channel,
because they're babies.
It's high functioning, guy.
Look, right, dude,
you paid me 0.3 ETH. Ooh,
because they're drawing charts with crayons and then they're following the people who are using the crayons and they're redrawing it in chalk, thinking, oh yeah, I got it right. So here I am yesterday, right? And I say, I told you what would happen. I told you where it was going to go, Pepe 2, and I know you didn't like it, but then I told you what would happen when you got there. I said a few hours ago, 2 to 3x. Well, guess what? And then when you look at the chart, guess what happened? And it was on my live a few hours before that. And that's what I was telling everybody. Like, guys, when it comes down here, get in because this ride is going to be crazy. And then they asked me, well, where's it going to stop? So I told them exactly where it's going to stop. And of course, it did exactly what I said because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So then that brings us to today, where I decided, you know what? It's time to cash these checks. So reminder about Pepe 2, after talking tons of smack about doing this publicly, I'm suddenly
he got the receipts. He's got the receipts.
I'm getting 0 invites from these guys because these motherfuckers 1 week from now we're going to be doing a spaces. 1 week from now we're going to be doing some talking and we're going to be figuring this shit out, bro. Okay, well let's fucking figure it out. So I copied them and here, screenshot this and post it again, Pepe, next week. I did, Tommy. What the fuck you gonna do now other than be a bitch? At no point did he say, hey, Bleeves, you know what? You were actually right about this.
No, I don't say that, dude.
Then Legiox says, oof, I don't know, brother. And I said, okay, you know what? No problem. Hope not. I want everyone to make money because I was telling my people, make some fucking money off this because there's money to make. And then this guy's like mad hate because he missed the bus. All good. Can't wait to see how this tweet ages. It ages like I did your mama. See what I'm saying? Like, you guys don't know shit. You're just pretending, and it's cool for you to pretend. Like, you guys, put on your clown fucking noses and be like, oh, I can do TA too. But you can't. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Zeely comes in. Breaking news. Pepe 2 is about to break a chart. I'm already taking a stand on BitGet. No, you're not. No, you're not. This, and then this one over here, Cobra. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is.
Jim Cramer. Yeah.
Here's what I know. This fucking dude is one of those Saitama maxis who's now Pepe 2 maxi. And I'm like, oh no, this dude did not fucking show up. This guy just comes in, he cries, terrarium, Lily, you know what I mean? He just fucking cries.
Yeah.
So then I said, you know what? Let's take some screenshots and let's wait for it. And then I made this post. And then what happened? No one was misleading, because I said you misled all these people. And they were like, no one was misleading. Respect the PAMP and follow the laws of meme coins. Yeah, the law of meme coin is my TA is not off, bitch boy. Yours is. So then we get the guy who blocked me, which is apparently Kato. Screenshot this and post it again to Pepe 2 next week. Bitch, there's your post.
Did you tag him?
And then Donkey McStink Breath comes out here. LOL, should I dig out your Lillian Finance terrarium and Volt calls? Settle down. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, look, and at no point, here we are. So look, we're 5 posts in, right? But let's go. Here's this one. Old man can't admit when he's wrong. Okay. This guy posts the clown thing. And as you go down here, what you see is the same guys that I took all the receipts on. Not a one of them said anything about, yeah, you know what? I was actually pretty fucking wrong about this. Bleeves, you were absolutely right. And you knew what the fuck you were talking about. So that's the way that it went, right? And then Dingleberry McStink Breath. What's that fucking dude's name? The Cobra, the Cobra dude, the guy that beats off to Andrew Tate. What's his fucking name?
Top G?
The one that jacks off to the Tate guy. Oh, you know what? They may have started to delete it, because that's what little bitches do. You know what I mean? They start deleting shit like, oh, I didn't make those comments. But they start going down here. Oh, here we go. Should I dig out? And I said, look, you crying after you just destroyed all of these poor people. You know what I mean? And then I was not actually even going to engage. Of course you're not, because you're fucking wrong and you're embarrassing because you didn't do your fucking job right. And if you considered your job to do technical analysis, do some real fucking technical analysis and not be a little bitch. So
got him. That? Well, this is the TA you should be doing right here. This is all the TA you need, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to My Crypto Journey TA seminar right here. Like, I'm not saying I'm an expert, but as you can see the fucking happy face right there, we're up. How much percent are we up today? 52%. Don't.
Oh yeah, and I 3x'd. I 3x'd along on Pepe too.
Yeah.
And I did it at 35. So fuck you guys.
I got to get into that, man. So I've been talking to that guy. First of all, the MEXC guy is pretty fucking every day. Hello.
Yeah.
It's not allowed in my region for some reason, so I think I have to use a VPN. I don't know, in Virginia or something's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Virginia. It's Virginia.
Why? You can't even use Pornhub in Virginia. Look at this.
Because Virginia is for lovers.
Look at this.
Oh, and let me finish off with these donkeys here.
That's Pornhub. Look at that. What the fuck?
Oh yeah,
Speaking
you can't get Pornhub there either. Yeah, it's good. You now live with good Christian values, so deal with it.
I mean, you could just use a VPN. You know what I mean?
So anyway, what ended up happening is I was right, and I started sharing the information. And here's the funny thing. The funny thing is for Dingleberry here, the retard. I even said to him, like, dude, you know, in fact, I actually respect what he was doing. He was really doing a decent job, even though I'm clowning him right now. He was doing a good job, and any community that has somebody like him should be real happy to have somebody like him, because he knows what he's talking about. He clearly does his research and his homework, but he was too close to this one. That's all it was. He was just too close to it, and he couldn't see what was really happening because he was full of hopium. And the other guys, they're just fucking, they're not going to make it anyway. So who gives a shit what they have to, nobody cares about their opinion, because they're the ones, look, they're just sitting there waiting, hoping somebody's going to pump it up so that they have exit liquidity. At least this guy. And to be fair, like, I looked in on this retard a couple times, and he was actually pointing out to people, he was frustrated. He was frustrated by a lot of it, but he was pointing out, like, it's dipping. I don't like that it's dipping, but here's a spot where it's going to rebound. Nope. But I could see what he was talking about. Like, I knew 100% exactly what he was saying. So somebody like that is valuable to any community. And if they're objective then you should always listen to people.
Well,
like
that's the issue.
But he was too close to it. He was just too close to it, and he couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And like I even told him in one post, I was like, I don't give you, I don't show you, like I would not show you like a full technical analysis breakdown, because you don't need to see my method. You just need to see my result.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, when it comes to people that are close to projects, there's no arguing with them. I mean, you just can't. It's pointless. It's a waste of time, And the thing is, like, even when they're proved wrong over time, like, they can't admit that they're wrong, because I can admit when I'm wrong all the time. I don't care. But the best way to kind of handle the situation is just be objective. Like yesterday, I made a video about Pepe 2.0 being down 52%. Because it was down 52%, everyone's like, "Oh, are you fudding Pepe now?
Are you fudding?" Right.
It's like, well, it is down 52%. I'm reporting the news, and I'm saying, hey, man, it's kind of weird that in a market where everything's fucking green, everyone's like, bull runs here. A meme coin that's supposed to be doing well is dumping 52%. So it's supposed to be some kind of liquidity issue with MEXC or something like that. Did you hear about that?
It's right. So here's what happens. So, and these guys are just, this started with one of those other fucking scam coins. Not that Pepe 2, by the way, is a scam coin, but those other fucking scam coins, like the Goombaya or the one of those Al Capone or the Don, one of those fucking coins that just you're never gonna see again, right? Yeah. What they did is they told their people that MEXC was selling on them on the open market. MEXC wasn't selling on them. People were arbitrage buying tokens on Capone or Capon. Yeah, that's what it was.
It sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, they were buying on MEXC, and then they were selling on Ethereum because Ethereum had a higher price point. That's just fucking smart trading, right? So they didn't like that. And then I went back to MEXC because, one of those guys, Mitchell, he's my guy. And I'm like, hey, man, these guys are saying this, and I don't understand how that could even be the case. And he's like, bro, here's what happens, right? We have a wallet, like we buy 1 trillion tokens, right? Yeah. We move 500 billion tokens onto our exchange, and we leave 500 billion on your exchange, right? But then sometimes we have to move some back because we're not using them actively and we don't need them as liquidity. So we'll move them back over to the same wallet. We're just doing wallet transfers. They're not selling on the open market. So then I went to his wallet and I started checking. All they're doing is wallet transfers. So these people were lying because they just don't understand the goddamn blockchain.
They have it all the time.
And now
it happens all the time.
Two people are being lied to by the same idiots who probably didn't know what the fuck they were talking about on Capone either, or Capon or whatever it was. I mean, they don't know that either. So they're like, oh, MEXC is dunking on us and selling on us. And it's not the case. They're just moving liquidity back and forth. That's it.
Well, there was a big, I forgot, it was a big reputable crypto outlet, and they said something about Binance selling a bunch of like BNB, or it was Tether for another one. Like, oh, they're selling, and then they just literally moved it to a different wallet. So
exactly, that's it. That's exactly right. People just don't understand.
One more click on BNB scan or Ether scan will get you the answer. Just one click. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dat Haru. Dude, I'm not really always right. That's just the thing that I do to piss off people like you, to make you go, you're not fucking right all the time, because it's engagement farming. I'm just farming you, baby, for engagement. Don't be mad. Come over here. Let me pet you on the head.
Yeah, let's go. Bleeves is fucking on one today. Bleeves, you have a shot of fucking whiskey before you came on, dude? Let's go, baby.
No, dude. I just did my shoulder. I got back into the gym. Yeah, there you go. I'm fucking laying it out.
Today. I did legs today.
Yeah, bring that shit out, man.
Don't fucking gun check me on this. I'm not ripped to shreddies just yet.
Yeah, but I started working out heavy again. I started taking all kinds of different supplements. No testosterone, no steroids or anything like that. But
bad for you.
HMB for like fast recovery, creatine to swell it up.
Creatine. Yeah,
and there's then only I've been on like
tried and true supplements: creatine, protein powder, caffeine, probably the best one.
And then carnivore diet. So I'm feeling
lame
good right now.
You like that?
I'm on that Joe Rogan shit. You know what I mean?
I don't like that carnivore diet. I mean, I suppose any diet works if you just fucking stick to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. People like, I think with diets, people like fucking overhype like the paleo diet, fucking no fucking carbs, no fats. It's like, guys, just fucking a well-balanced diet. Just don't eat too much fucking food, you know?
Somebody here just said something about Volted Ranger. It just skipped right by there.
Yeah.
The thing about that is,
Who
so
the fuck
we're
is
trying
that?
to make money.
Oh, is that the
in
guy
this
who got
market.
hacked? Is that the guy who got hacked?
But here's the thing.
Bullshit.
He didn't like, he had the discussion, but he had the honest discussion about what happened. Other people were just making up shit. He went on Space Chick Crypto and he told everybody, I was high. I've been smoking a lot of weed. I got a phone call and they had an accent. I thought it was Pablo because they were faking and pretending to be Pablo. And I gave them my seed phrase.
Oh, first of all, that's a bullshit story. I don't know, but that's a bullshit. You may believe him, but I don't. It's a bullshit. Take profits. Why you got to lie to kick it? I think it's a bullshit story.
And it could be, right? But it doesn't affect me one way or another, because at the end of the day, the guy has the right to buy and sell whatever he wants. So it's 100%. Really nothing for me. But if it's a scam, right? Answering your phone is not a scam. Like, I even went to Voltoshi. I'm like, dude, you can't be telling people. And then Voltoshi knows. Yeah, like he knew better. But
imagine answering your phone, fucking, got hacked.
You got to be careful. You know, you should always be careful. But you know, people didn't have any clarity on it. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was an insane situation. I think this is what I think happened. I think the big issue was they shamed the shit out of people for selling. His wallet's public. If he were to sell we know who his wallet's name is. You know what I mean? And if he sold anything, people are like, oh, you fucking betrayed the community. So he had to lie about getting hacked. That's my opinion.
And it could be. I mean, it could be. It could be. You know, I don't have any reason to think that the guy's lying to me.
I do.
And even if he's lying to me, I don't give a shit. He's just this is. We put so much effort into one investor in one cryptocurrency. Well,
it's not him. It's the rest of the people running with that story. I'm like, oh no.
That's
Pablo going on stream.
That's
Pablo's
not true.
telling everybody, don't answer phone calls. It's like, no, stop. That's such dumb information.
Yeah, that's the part that I thought was just like, that's not correct. That nothing works that way. Like, and believe me, if I could hack somebody just by making a phone call, bitch, your phone would be ringing off the hook, man. I know how much money you got. You know what I mean?
Hello, this is John Smith from Amazon.
Exactly.
Oh, John Smith, what time is it in California? 3 p.m. You know, those are so funny. Have you watched any of those?
I would have been sim swapping Jake's phone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, Jake got hacked, bro. He got his Twitter account taken over. Remember?
Yeah, but how do we know that?
Well, something happened to BitBoy.
Well, how do we know? Right. How do we know that, though?
So the reason why I believe that's true, because they put those fake links out there for people to click and they would drain their wallets. I think BitBoys cost people $700,000. Was that Zach XBT guy? You know who that is? The on-chain sleuth. He vouched for everybody who got hacked. He said it's the same group of hackers, and he's been pretty spot on with everything. So that's the main reason why I believe those people.
Yeah, it's very simple. Yeah. It's very simple to track a lot of these. I mean, you can't off-road. You can't off-ramp stuff without it being in a small way trackable. And if you are sleuthing and you do report it as a crime to like Coinbase or another one of those places, like they will investigate for you. So yeah, when somebody like that steps up and they start showing that, then yeah, I mean, it is legitimate, and I believed him anyway.
Yeah, that wasn't the issue with the exchanges. What the issue was, they were actually doing the SIM card swap hack. So what they would do is they would call the cell phone provider. They'd have basic information on the people. You just need a PIN for some of these places, like a PIN. And then you can transfer your SIM card digitally to a new phone, and then you have access to everything, your authentic, your two-factor, everything. So that's what happens. And that's why BitBoy's like, I'm going to sue Verizon, which I'm not sure if that's a good public statement to make, you know? But that's why they were saying that, you know?
Yeah, that's... dude, I talked to BitBoy now. I've been fortunate enough to and he's actually a cool guy, but he's hot. He runs hot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do not like BitBoy. I mean, you know,
he runs hot.
Yeah. I just think that the reason why I don't like BitBoy is because the whole Atozi situation was the biggest bitch move of all time. So
which one?
Atozi, the other popular YouTuber who does commentary.
Oh, yeah. So There's a lot of different things. As a matter of fact, Scott sent me a thing the other day, and he was like, dude, you got to watch this thing on BitBoy. And I started watching it. And you know what? BitBoy is me. BitBoy is you. BitBoy is Jake.
He doesn't give a fuck.
BitBoy is Scott Herman on Saitama. You know what I mean? Like, we were all coming up at one point. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes you make a deal with somebody who just doesn't do a great job. and the project just can't find a way and can't succeed. And he was
Yeah.
doing the same thing. He was just doing it at the right time, making a whole lot more than we're making off of it, you know?
I don't knock him for taking promos. Look, you're allowed to change your opinion
Right.
based on current evidence. If you're supporting a project and they come out and do some fuck shit, you can be like, well, they did fuck shit. But suing a YouTuber who's financially less, able than you, and trying to keep it private, and then when he comes out, and you have people that are in the XRP execs come out and support him, and then saying, I didn't think it was going to get public.
And then you drop the lawsuit publicly. Yeah.
And you read the details. He's having depression because of what Atozi said, stuff about him on the lawsuit. You have to make it all dramatic so the lawyers have something to work with. But come on,
some people,
you know what I mean?
You know what? I'm going to take everybody back for a while so that they can get over this thing. Way back in the old days when I was growing up, it might surprise you guys to know, but I and the Devil's Lettuce were friends. And
Bleeves used to smoke weed, is what he's saying. Three little weirdos out there. I used to smoke a ton of weed, bro.
two of my best friends when I was growing up.
It's called jazz cabbage, by the way, not Devil's Lettuce.
Jazz cabbage. Yeah, two of my best friends growing up were sons of wrestlers. One was named Brian, and the other one was named Jamie. Okay. And I lived in the Mid-South area. So if you want to look it up, you'll know who I'm talking about. And one of them passed away just recently. So,
rest in peace.
Don't be disrespectful about this. Right. But,
rest in peace.
I did, when I was 18 years old, some training to become a wrestler. And it turns out it hurts a lot more than I thought.
Fuck yeah.
I was too much of a baby at that time to really just say, you know what, I'll just go through the pain. Which is ironic because I go through pain every day working out, but at that time I wasn't ready for it.
We're not getting slammed through chairs and shit in tables. Like that shit is crazy.
It's not that. It's landing flat on the wooden slats all the time. Yeah. And it's impactful, and I wasn't ready for it. So it didn't work out for me. They both became wrestlers. One of them went to WWE for a while.
Okay.
But we used to just like hang out after wrestling because their dads were wrestlers, and my uncle was a professional wrestler, full disclosure. And so we just used to smoke weed at Louisville Gardens, which was where wrestling was on Tuesdays. No, it was not Darren. But I did know, a matter of fact, right above you, Donkey Kong, I met Macho Man before he was famous. He was in
Macho Man.
Yeah, he used to come to Louisville on Tuesday nights. I used to see Jerry Lawler all the time. They used to stay at this place called Days Inn. It's one of them shitty motels.
I remember those. Yeah,
so they stayed at the Days Inn in Jeffersonville, Indiana, which is right across
going on at a Days Inn.
The bridge. Yeah. And I'll tell you this: the craziest thing was that Shawn Michaels was. Oh, okay. Yeah. Shawn Michaels was a party boy, and Marty Jannetty was kind of a goody two shoes, and that shit went 180. Shawn Michaels ended up becoming like a born again Christian, and I think Marty Jannetty still can't get clean. I mean, like, things were weird back then. But I mean, we used to hang, and like I did not hang out with Shawn Michaels. I did not hang out with Marty Jannetty. I got high with Shawn Michaels once, way back when, because he was with my friends. I mean, they of course were sons of wrestlers, so they were in. But here's the funny part, right? They did not know that wrestling wasn't real. Dylan apparently knows my friend.
It's a weird thing in your brain that can't comprehend that shit. Like it's weird for people who can't understand like when shit's just theater,
Yep. You had no idea. You just had no idea back in the old days, because like we could talk to even my uncle. Even my uncle wouldn't tell me. You know what I mean? Like they would train you, but but like my first day of training is how to fall and how to take bumps so you don't hurt yourself. Yeah. But they're not telling you because you're choreographing and you're scripting yourself. They don't tell you that. So I used to grow up with all these guys. So when they talk about wrestling, like I'm still a fan to this day of some wrestling. I mean, I don't like that they canceled WWE and that it's not around anymore. And it's not because they canceled it and it's not on TV, but it's because when Cody didn't become the champion, that fucking show is dead to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I still like wrestling to this day. And but I do have a friend who passed away who was a wrestler a couple years back.
Rest in peace, man. You know what's crazy, and I hate to get all sentimental here, but dude, I'm watching videos, and this person just driving to work, and this car falls off like it's a bridge over. Small, dead. It's like life is so precious, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So like, go out and do shit.
Yeah.
Go out and like enjoy life. Take a fucking chance because you could get clapped going to the fucking grocery store tomorrow. You never know. Heart attack or something weird. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Getting older, man. People are just croaking. You know,
yep.
It's
you
nuts.
Never know.
It's nuts. Yeah.
I saw. I don't know if anybody here remembers, but there's a guy named Lodi. He was a wrestler in WCW back in the 90s. He was in a team with a guy named Raven, and he was called part of the Flock, I think it was called. He just had a heart attack and drove himself to the hospital having a heart attack. And this was like last Friday, I want to say.
Whoa.
He wrestled last Friday night. After wrestling, his heart was hurting and he was feeling like he's not doing very well. And he thought he would lay down, but it was getting worse and worse and worse. And he was like, he's got to have bad heartburn or something like that. And he just drives himself to the hospital. And they're like, dude, you're in the middle of a heart attack. 2 of his arteries were 100% blocked. And the one called the Widowmaker was 90% blocked. He had
great name.
Saturday, he had a quintuple bypass.
Wow. Take care of your
and he's going to wrestle again. And he's going to wrestle again.
Good. That shouldn't slow you down, especially if he can do it. If he gets healthy again, shouldn't stop you, man. But jeez, man, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a ton of people that are close to me that have died, but I've known people like I went to high school with. Like I went to high school with one girl in particular, and she was like one of the hottest girls in school. I remember her, like one of those weird, like she was like a metal kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a weird little, one of the hottest metal girls. And I remember I read a story maybe 3 years ago. And she had a boyfriend and she got into drugs and something, and he ended up killing her like on the way to Nevada and throwing her on the side of the road, like nuts.
Oh,
crazy,
dude! I heard about that.
Well, her name was Tony.
I feel like I heard about. Was that national news?
I don't know national, but it was definitely local. It was big. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like everything's national news now. Anyway, I had a friend, just same thing. Like I was the metalhead though, and he was the prep. They were called way back when, and you know he was always going to be the the next big thing and stuff like that. Well, here I am living my life. I'm the vice president of a company, and I see a story about him getting arrested, and I'm like, oh God, he got arrested. And then I start reading the article. He died. He had just gotten out of jail for methamphetamines. So he had, and here's the funny part. When I went to school, we didn't have a lot. We had some money, but we didn't have a lot of money. So we lived in the worst house in the best neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he lived in the best house in the best neighborhood. And how funny and how ironic that he ends up living in the apartment complexes in the same neighborhood because life just didn't turn out the way he wanted. And here I am being VP for different companies and shit like that. But
money, baby.
I was the stoner and I was the, you know what I mean? Like it was just, it's so weird how life plays out sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people I went to. I mean, there's one guy in particular. I remember I went to football. I tried football out. I played hockey and I did other things in high school and I tried football out. And I remember one kid in particular, his name was Adam, just this like he was like super popular, got all the chicks, like one of the top tier guys at our school, you could say. And I was kind of like a little nerdy, you know what I mean? And I remember I went to football practice and I didn't have good shoes. And he's like, what the fuck are those shoes? Like just being a dick. And like, I see this guy now on Facebook every now and then passing on Facebook and just complete shitbag. And I'm just like, yeah, eat a dick, sucks. Yeah. But high school's nothing, man. It's like when you get older, it's about the opportunities you have when you get older and the chances you take. Like I've heard so many fucking people were like great in high school and just ended up being shitbags and vice versa. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I know a lot of people who were great in high school and great in their regular life, but let's move on to the XRP news because I want to hear your opinion on that crazy ass shit and how this is, dude. And we'll go for like another 15 minutes. Is that cool? Yeah, dude, insane. That dropped out of nowhere, middle in the stream. I'm just like, huh? XRP, what? Huh? You know what I mean? So, okay, so obviously huge for the cryptocurrency world. Obviously, it's not completely resolved because there's one more thing they had to figure out about issuing or giving tokens or XRP to institutional, something like that. I read into it this morning.
Yeah.
But it's law. They're not securities. So what does this mean going forward, man? What do you think?
For the moment, this means something very, very good. And it means that not just XRP, and by the way, there's no such thing as a crypto that is a security. It has to be proven to be by the SEC before it is. However,
they call it one, and then everyone assumes. Yeah, exactly.
To be compliant, they do that. Now, the Coinbase lawsuit and the Binance lawsuit, two very different things. The Coinbase lawsuit is generally speaking about the contract that Coinbase is using as a custodian for staking and the profits that you make off of staking, which the SEC argues that's what that is. Well, now the XRP settlement means that there's clarity that if you are buying a cryptocurrency, you are not entering into a security. You, as a retail investor, are only entering into a potential security. And again, you have to be able to prove it first, but you would be entering into it if you use it for staking. That's about the extent of it now.
Okay.
XRP, on the other hand,
is that because you're getting returns? Like
for the business part, they made in their pre-sale $750 million from institutional investors.
Got it.
And that was with the premise that they were going to
receive
huge rewards. And by the way, it was not XRP, it was Ripple. And the token was Ripple. It was not XRP.
Yeah.
So this was all about Ripple, the business, and Ripple, the old token, not their V2, which we all hate. But XRP is a V2, by the way, for those of you that sit in here bitching all day about, I hate fucking V2s. But that's what happened. So XRP is free and clear. But the other part was that also meant that Solana, Matic, BNB still has some issues with their lawsuit.
Legal issues. But, legal issues.
Yeah. But all of these blockchains that potentially were securities that were going to be delisted from all these exchanges, they're going to be back. Like we're not into a bull run yet.
It's the last hurdle though.
We're in a bull run for probably Bitcoin. You know, we'll look back on this and we'll say that the bull run started January 1st of 2023, because that's when we started having this like nice move upwards and where it all started to manifest. But right now we're not in that run. We'll probably have a run in the next, I want to say this week we're going to hit 35,000, or next week we're going to hit 35,000, probably maybe 37,003, which I've been predicting for a while. But we're going to have a run, and there's going to be some money coming back in. And what we just saw today with that gigantic dip that happened during the American hours, that is exactly what we've all kind of been waiting for. That if you do technical analysis, that's the move you were waiting for, because that means that we just cleared out a whole bunch of people who read,
a lot of sellers.
Just cleared out all the longs, and now everybody who's down here can now enter their positions and they can just get ready for this run. I went long on Bitcoin at 30,000 today. I used 15x leverage because I was sure that this was going to be the bottom. It went down, but it went down to 29, I think 29.7. So I didn't hit the exact bottom, but I got pretty close. Yesterday, I went long with 20x leverage on XRP and made $1,400 in like, I want to say like 6 minutes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was absolutely out of it. It was out of control. And then I cashed it out, and then I did it again. And then I made another $800. And then I did it. I said, you know what? Let's try it one more time. And I lost $900.
Yeah. That's fucking trading for you. Yeah.
I lost $900 in 1 minute after doing that. So I ended up like $1,300 yesterday. So it was a good day. And then I went long on Pepe today. Pepe 2. I went long on Pepe 2 today. Had a nice little run there. Only used 3x leverage because I was kind of nervous about that one. But I got
Memecoins, man. It's rough to predict those things,
Yeah, I got 3 different Bitcoin longs going right now. I've got a short on BNB that I'm running right now because I think it's going to dip a little bit. Okay. Well, you still got to deal with the FUD, so I think it's going to come down from where it was. And then I'm going to go long on XRP again. I'm just waiting a little bit longer to see how it all plays out, because now the everything's over. Now it's time to sit back and wait and see what happens in the market. And I got my levels, and 71 cents is not the level yet. So we'll see what happens there. But Yeah, man. I am super excited about XRP. They have that's really changed the dynamic of the market.
Absolutely.
The only problem is we don't have retail back, and what we've seen just happen, that's not going to bring retail back.
No.
That's going to make institution settle themselves in, and then institution is going to go out there, and they're the ones that are going to bring retail back.
Exactly, yeah. And that's so important to crypto too, because we were talking about this on the Pepe pump, which was so strange that in the smack dab in the middle of a bear market, we didn't see any increases in market cap size at all with the entire cryptocurrency market cap. Pepe sends meme coin madness is back, and then along with Pepe, many other meme coins going crazy. A lot of people compare it to SHIB and Doge, but the comparison isn't fair because man, those motherfuckers peaked when Bitcoin peaked. You know what I mean? So
I saw them. Did you see what happened with Market Ventures, by the way?
No, who's that? Or what is that?
That's the venture capital company that was running Pepe and that was running all these different meme coins.
Okay.
They made $790 million.
Wow, I bet. Yeah.
Off of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Do what the big money does. Well, the thing is, like, if you just like
490, I'm sorry, 490 million. I'm sorry. That was.
If you just attach yourself from the communities, you detach yourself from the telegrams, you try to listen to people that are objective and listen to the same principles. It's like when you're up sometimes, and people just don't understand that. You know what I mean? They're always looking for the 1,000x. They're looking for the guy who put $27 in and had like 3 million at the all-time high or something crazy like that. And it's like sometimes a 5x, sometimes a 10x, sometimes even a 2x with a good amount of money is all you need, man.
You know who reaches out to me sometimes to ask me about plays?
Who?
Fucking Slum Doge.
Does he? That guy is a straight degenerate, bro.
Yeah, he is such a degen, man. He is awesome. He's actually awesome.
It was funny to see him. It was funny to see him post about meme coins and then announce it. And he's like, I picked these meme coins and they pumped. It's like, yeah, no shit, dick. Like, look at your platform. If you post anything, they're going to pump,
Yep.
Yeah. I like that guy. He's funny. Yeah. Slum Doge is a good guy. Okay. So we covered the XRP situation. I think that's the last hurdle for us to get over. Interest rates. I honestly don't think they're going to affect the cryptocurrency market too much. What we've seen the last 6 months is that the cryptocurrency market is kind of doing its own thing. It's just kind of dirtling, not really trading with tech stocks anymore. So I don't think the interest rates are a big deal. So Bitcoin halving next year. When do you think the run starts? Mid 2024, end 2024, like the super cycle, 2025? I think it's going to be early 2025 for our insane super cycle.
So I think that we just witnessed the longest bear market in history.
Yep.
It's only a 14-year history, but it is the longest one in history. So I believe that as soon as originally Bitcoin's halving is April 16. I'm pretty sure it's like at the end of March now because there's ordinals have increased the block creation and the traffic. Like there's something going on with Bitcoin being just way more active right now, which means that they're mining new blocks faster. So I think it might be moving up towards the end of March, or at least they're predicting the end of March now. But when that happens, nothing magical happens except that people now know.
Exactly.
And when people now know,
it's
going to start going crazy at that moment. Here, the cool thing is, we still have, you know what? Let me show you real quick, and that way, before we leave, everybody will.
And I love to see BlackRock completely flipping on it. I love to see these institutions being like
amazing.
When we were talking shit in 2017, when it was, can you imagine if they put a few billion when the Bitcoin is at 6K? Can you imagine if they just believed in it then?
Larry Fink up through 2017 was just
man.
Like, we're not interested. We're not interested.
Fucking Ponzi scheme. We called it money laundering. Yep. Now he's like, hey, bro.
And now look at him.
Yeah. He's like talking about
by the way, for those people, just for everybody who's a watcher here and who's a listener now on Rodney's channel, you guys should know that they're buying OTC. So that's not,
their own
and
bag.
they're probably going to make a deal with Mt. Gox. So
that's their own bag, yeah.
They're getting in without affecting the price, and they use algorithms to try to not affect the price too much. So you won't see a whole lot of big moves off of all of these different companies coming in because they're going to be settling off chain, but they will be in. And when they want it to run, rest assured, it's going to run.
Oh yeah.
So for Bitcoin here though, we're in what's called a parabolic curve. And I redid my charts and stuff like that, but just to give you guys an idea here, I'm gonna have to draw it for you. But this right here was the bounce. And then we moved up here, and I have a straight line for this that I took off just recently because I was trying to restart my charts, just so everybody knows. But so the deal is, in a parabolic curve cycle, there are, and let's drop the MACD. Oh shit, let's drop the MACD off here for a little bit. So in a parabolic curve cycle, what you do is you get this starting area, and then you have a nice move to the upside, and then you retest that cycle, and then and by the way, it's a 200. You're noticing right here when I drew the line, now the 200 SMA is really just hugging this line. So then it comes up here and it does this. Now there's a third. This is the first level, second level, third level, and there's 5 levels to it. So you can basically look at this, and you can kind of play, and it's played out so far to the point that don't doubt it, right? So now it's going to play out here to this level, right? And now this level right here is 37,000. So what you're going to see is you should be able to see a move to 37,000. Now, the reason that actually matters is because coming over here, this is where a lot of action is. This is where a lot of action is. This is where a lot of action is going back in history. So that's the third cycle. Then you're going to look at this cycle repeating itself one more time. And by the way, I've already mathed out these cycles. They're the same both times. So then it's going to come back down, and it's going to hit that line. And then it'll probably come over here. It'll do this sideways move. So you're probably going to be looking at somewhere over here, probably down just a little bit. I probably did a little bit too much there. But then you're going to see 50,000 Bitcoin. You're going to see $50,000 Bitcoin before probably November. Like I'm probably a little bit off on this because, again, I took the stuff off. But these are the spots. And what we're going to do is this right here. And I'll just, for everybody's, I'll put a ray right here so you can see it. That right there is when Terra Luna collapsed. Yeah. So that's the line to gain to say that the bull run is actually on. Yeah. But the patterns that you're seeing emerging right now, those are going to play out. And so far, even when I've said to myself, Jesus Christ, I might be fucking this up down here. Like I thought right here that I had absolutely like, oh man, I'm going to end up being wrong. This is going to be a pain in the ass. And then all of a sudden it just ripped. And then we consolidated rather than dump. So now we're about to rip again. So we're getting to those levels now. And then we'll consolidate for a little bit longer. And then we're going to rip again. So this is Bitcoin's market until it's not Bitcoin's market. When people are fat on the calf from Bitcoin, they will start to move that money down into the alt. So when people are telling you XRP is going to cause an altcoin season, that's not true. That's not going to happen yet. We're not there.
Everything
we might
Bitcoin,
have another meme coin push, but not an altcoin season yet.
What is the dominance at, like 51 or 52, something crazy like that?
49.8 today. But yeah, it was
last week, right?
Yeah. So the reason that it came down so much right now is because XRP ran. Yeah. Like 7. I mean, there was 75, I want to say 66 billion is where we settled. 66 billion entered the market yesterday, and most of it was in alts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, shit, man. Fuck, dude. Fantastic live stream. Fantastic TA, my guy. Dude, that's some really good information. I watch a lot of TA. I used to watch a ton of it. But with Black Swan events and stuff like that, I just kind of don't anymore. But, you know, do you watch Tom Crown?
Dude, he's yeah.
Oh, no. What do you think? What? No. What's up with Tom Crown?
Nothing. Yeah, yeah. Dude, he's another. I was on around the blockchain just recently, and I'll probably be on there.
What is it? I think they reached out to me. Someone reached out to me about that. Was it did they have a blue logo? I need to do more of those. I always ignore a bunch of people. I ignore so many people, dude.
Yeah. So, Tom Crown's a good guy. But there's a lot of people in BitBoy. I mean, here's the funny thing. Tom Crown is a BitBoy guy. Wendy O is a BitBoy guy girl.
She is. God, I can't stand her sometimes. God, I used to be able to like
Crypto Jeb. All the people that we watch nowadays, all the people that are in this ecosystem, they're there right now and they're doing their thing because BitBoy brought them to around the blockchain and started to promote them. And he started to pump those people. So, and we may not,
oh, never mind. I never got invited to that one. Never mind. Okay.
You may not like BitBoy crypto, but
yeah, he's putting people
at least have some respect for what he does to the space. Like
Yeah.
I talked to him and he was like, dude, I'm gonna put you on the show. We're gonna see what happens. And I killed it according to them. So I'm gonna be on some more around the blockchains. And you know, if I can get BitBoy behind me, pushing me, then who knows? And I got a meeting Monday with Cassie. Kathy's the chief operating officer for the Bencoin. So we'll see what happens. And I mean, like, here's the thing. There's a lot of people that don't like BitBoy, and there's a lot of people that do like BitBoy. But regardless of what you think, the people that follow him, for better or for worse, I would like to be able to help inform them in a positive fashion if I can. If I can offer something of value to them, then I want to do that, because that's how I make money. That's how you make money, is we provide people with value in entertainment or in knowledge.
Everything. That's everything's life.
Like that.
Value, providing value. Yeah.
Whether I like somebody or not, it's not about them. It's about the people that watch them, and can I provide some additional value to the people that are watching? It's not about, you know, like, I want some of those subscribers paying attention to me and then comparing me to everybody else and seeing whether I'm the one that's right, or whether Tim Warren is, or shout out Frankie Candles, whether I'm more right than you are. And you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. Good luck to you and your journey, man. I know you're gonna kill it, bro. You'll be all right, bro. I think we're all, you know, me, you, Classy, Jake, you know, like all these people, we're gonna be all right if we just keep going. You know, we got in at a weird time with our channels, like the fucking shit end of the fucking of a bull market. But we've been grinding, we've been working, we've been putting in the work, and now's our time, you know. So cheers to you, brother. Again, thanks a lot for being on the show. And
call me, man. I'll come on whenever you want me.
And we still have to do our show, so
yeah, I completely fuck up. I messed that one up, but we'll get it set up. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff, so I'll get the outline and everything like that.
I'm pretty busy this weekend too. Yeah. All right, motherfucker.
All right, man.
All right, peace.
Later.
Guys, thanks a lot for hanging out with me, guys. Do me a favor and smash the like button, all that good stuff, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.